Till that, before the Space Shuttle Challenger exploded, NASA management genuinely believed that the chances of a catastrophic failure to the Space Shuttle was 1 in 100,000. By the time the Space Shuttles were retired, they had a catastrophic failure rate of 1 in 67.5. Might as well say it's 1 in 100,000 if you're estimating the chances. If nothing happens, you're in good shape. And if something happens, you're fucked regardless of what you said. IIRC upper management thought they had a 1 in 100,000 chance of failure. The engineers put it in the 150 to 1:100 range. Want me to cook for my own appreciation event? Gotta make sure I don't violate the overtime policy. I love when employee appreciation events require the employees spend their time and money just for the company to take credit for it. If you're paycheck to paycheck, fuck your electric bill. Reminds of one boss who planned a work Christmas do at an expensive restaurant that we were expected to pay for ourselves. He was livid when only 2 of his higher paid office buddies showed up. When he confronted us the next Monday, we told him we weren't paid enough to eat there. You could tell by his expression that it had never occurred to him that the warehouse workers he was paying minimum wage to couldn't splash out on dinner. I love pointing out that when you have sisters like them, one of them ends up under Dorothy's house. Offices were Skyping in like this was the Dunder Mifflin Infinity launch. These lines made me spit my dinner out. Twice. XD. My wife died earlier this year. According to everyone who knows us, it was quick. She went in the hospital that afternoon, died overnight. Shit man, I'm so sorry for your loss. Oh damn it. Losing someone is hard enough without having to navigate stuff like this. What a good husband to honor your wife's wishes even when it caused you pain. I toast your anniversary. Please join us at r/widowers if you haven't already. So gutted for you. It must be nice to finally vent and get it out there, but I think you're doing the right thing. You made a promise to your wife and you're keeping it. Stay strong, and I'm raising a glass to you and your wife right now. LPT, you can fix a dry mouth by gently biting down on the tip of your tongue. You just created a wave of people biting their tongues around the world, and I think that's neat. Post this in r/trees and become a legend. Literally everyone who reads this is going to try it. Holy crap, that totally works for me. LPT, if you're googling things like do I need to leave my relationship or is my workplace toxic, you already know the answer. I thought this too for a long time, but then I realized some people have no self-awareness and are quite naive and/or ignorant. Therapist here, not necessarily, that's assuming everyone's intuition is in good health. Eli 5, why do auctioneers need to speak the way they do? It seems like 99% incomprehensible gibberish with some numbers in between. They do it because it makes the bidding sound like it's moving much faster than is really is, to drive more people to bid faster without thinking about how much money they are bidding. It's actually a science. It's designed to keep buyers engaged and create a sense of urgency to get people to spend more money. Called the auctioneer's chant. You want your 2 pieces of toast the same size? As you wish. I don't think I have ever looked at the size of the toast that comes with my breakfast, let alone complained about it. They aren't the same size. That's because you ordered 2 pieces of toast, ma'am, not a pair of toast. We here at the DGAF Cafe believe that each fantastic piece of toast is special in its own way, without rival. You want jelly with that? While I don't own a cafe, I do live in a pretty cracker part of Oz. This is exactly what I would have done. Although, being the crabby old bastard I am, I might have said, yeah, that's the price for the smaller slices, so you're getting the bigger one cheaper. Want me to replace it? Be careful what you ask for, you just might get it. I have known people like her. I say they are miserable unless they're miserable. That sounds just like a woman that I work with. She got pissed off at me for being friendly and talking to her, so I stopped talking to her. Then she got pissed off at me for not being friendly and not talking to her. Sorry, but you can't have it both ways. TIL Wells Fargo Bank is a citizen of South Dakota. A lot of banks are incorporated in SD because of the banking laws. If a thing cannot go to jail for their crimes, they shouldn't be a citizen. Delivery stuck in warehouse. Nicely done there. Yes, it's often the case when they take too many orders that they can't supply for a phantom package to be stuck in a warehouse or awaiting shipping. I've had that many times. Never thought to try for a voucher off it like you did. Pretty sure that's criminal fraud, and once they've realized that's what you've realized, they suddenly became very accommodating to prevent you from contacting the regulator. Which is exactly what you should do anyway. Get your files off my computer. Okay. How careless do you have to be in the first place to get rid of a computer containing the only copies of research data? I'd be overjoyed if I was him and got a call saying someone found some files with my name on it. If he wasn't serious about his research project, he should have just dropped it earlier. TIL, the original definition of the exception that proves the rule, although often misused today, the phrase should apply to things like Casual Friday, an exception that proves the existence of a dress code on other days. Wow, the Casual Friday example finally helped me figure it out. It's still the definition, people just misunderstand it. What causes death more than people realize? Serious. I'm a florist, so I do funeral flowers. When there's a cold snap, weather is below freezing for 4 to 5 days, there are more funerals for elderly people the weeks after the cold weather. None of them are homeless, this is regular suburban houses with heat on, but somehow the cold still has a drastic effect. Not going to the dentist and a tooth infection. LPT, easy way to convert Fahrenheit to Celsius and vice versa. Bob and Doug Mackenzie taught me that. 10 to 50, 20 to 68, 30 to 86, 40 to 100, and 4. Easy to estimate if you remember these. Or just utterly refuse to do anything in Fahrenheit and use Celsius. Thumbs up. To foot by letting my kids watch Bluey. This episode of Bluey is called Jail Time. Your 5-year-olds shouldn't have to explain a particular episode of Bluey to any adults, even CPS. But you certainly can. What a dilemma. It's not a fuck up on your part, Bluey is, otherwise, a very wholesome cartoon with a surprisingly huge following from both kids and adults. Like and subscribe.